Sagittarius. Okay, she's good. We're good. If you want to smell sweet and delicious for the fall and winter, then just keep watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another fragrance video. I've been getting so many requests to do more perfume videos. Today I'm basically just going to be giving my recommendations for like the best, most sensual, sexy fragrances for the fall and winter time. The summer heat and just humidity really alters the DNA of perfumes, and just mixed with like sweat is just not a cute combination. This little selection that I chose are just the most sexy, delicious scents that I have in my collection that I just think will do so well with the colder weather. When it comes to fall and winter, you can get away also with a lot of really sweet, warm fragrances. They just wear so beautifully with like the cold, crisp weather. Just quick disclaimer, I'm right next to the window and I feel like I'm like a little bit backlit. The sun keeps like going in and out, so if the lighting keeps changing, I'm sorry about that. I have my ring light too, which is why I'm like squinting, because I have like sun coming in and then I have my huge ring light. If I'm just like talking like this and looking like Donald Trump, that's why. The majority of the fragrances that I'm about to show you are sweet, but I did throw in a couple more kind of like fresh and sophisticated scents just because I wanted to give options for everybody, because I know that not everybody loves sweet scents. So I feel like I got a good mixture in. Okay, so the first fragrance that I'm gonna start off with is just a classic. If you watch Jeremy Fragrance, then you already know what I'm about to show. This is like his OG fragrance. This is such a sweet, delicious, it is just like a hot girl embodied in a perfume. That is Juicy Couture Gold Couture. So that's what I chose for my first one. I just hit myself with the bottle. I just think this is so perfect for fall, mostly because of the caramel note. I got a couple comments because in my, I think it was my perfume collection, I told you guys that, where is it? That my Fancy by Jessica Simpson perfume, I told you guys that I couldn't really smell the caramel note. And a lot of you guys told me that I might be agnostic. Wait, is that the word? Am I saying something different? Okay, it's definitely not agnostic. Just looked up the definition of agnostic, and I'm definitely confusing it for something else. Oh, anosmia. Okay, oh my god. So I just pulled up a comment in my celebrity fragrance video. Olivia said, I don't think your fancy perfume is bad. Some people are anosmic. You may smell it at first, but it disappears to caramel notes. Thank you, Olivia, for that comment. I got a couple comments telling me the same thing. Basically, I said in my celebrity fragrance video that I couldn't smell the caramel note in my fancy perfume and that I could only really smell the florals in it. But I feel completely different about this one. In this fragrance, I can smell the caramel like no other. That is like the first thing that I smell. So this is top notes of wild berries. It has middle notes of jasmine, sambac, and honeysuckle, and then it has base notes of sandalwood, amber, caramel, and vanilla. This is just like a sweet lover's dream. If you love sweet scents, if you just like to smell like sugar, sweet, delicious caramel, vanilla, this is like all of those things combined, and you will get compliments left and right. I've gotten so many compliments every time I wear this. People are like, what are you wearing? I wouldn't say performance is like out of this world. It's not a perfume that's going to last you like day and night. I do feel like you have to reapply. I feel like it lingers more on clothing than it does on skin. So I feel like when you spray this, make sure that you spray a lot more on your clothing, because you're really going to be able to smell it a lot more throughout the day. I would say as far as performance, it's not excellent, it's not bad, but it's good. Like it's somewhere here, you know? It's not over here and it's not over here. It's over here. It is super edible. Like you just smell like all kinds of like sweet, sugary desserts. Okay, so the next perfume that I think is perfect for fall, from the bottle, from the smell, in every kind of way, is Dior's Poison Girl. It looks like a mini like love potion or something. This is such a powdery almond sweet kind of smell. It's more grown up than the Gold Couture that I showed. This is definitely more of a mature sweet, more of like a rich sweet. Like you smell this and you're like, oh, she got money. It has top notes of bitter orange and lemon, middle notes of damask rose, grass rose, and orange blossom. And then you have base notes of tonka bean, sandalwood, vanilla, almond, tolu balsam, cashmere, and heliotrope. So it's like a good mixture of floral, fruity, sweet smell. Oops. I really love this perfume, and I think it meshes so well with like the cold, crisp weather. I think this just mixes beautifully. I can't see myself wearing this in the summer because it's a little bit too sweet and powdery, and it's just like too much of a warm smell for me to be able to wear this in the summer. So that's why I just think it's so perfect for the fall and winter. It just goes like, I don't even know. I'm trying to find a comparison and I can't come up with one. Why do I have a YouTube channel where I talk? I can barely say 2 words combined. Okay, so the next fragrance that I have is this one right here. This is probably like as basic as it gets, but I had to include this. If you are gonna go to a club, which you shouldn't, because we're in a global pandemic. So this is YSL Yves Saint Laurent Black Opium. This is like your mom, your dad, well, maybe not your dad, your dog, your cat, your pet, lizard has this smell. This is sexy in a bottle. It's so overworn at this point, but it's good, and it's overworn for a reason. It just smells so delicious on everybody. It's so sweet, and it has that coffee note, which makes it really unique because, you know, not many perfumes have that. So the top notes of this is pink pepper, orange blossom, and pear. It has middle notes of coffee, jasmine, bitter almond, licorice, and then you have base notes of vanilla, patchouli, cedar, and cashmere wood. I just feel like perfumes that have patchouli in them last like forever on the skin, and that is no different with this. Performance on this is like excellent. Like I would definitely say it's on this side of the spectrum. It's not good, it's not bad, it's really good. I just think this is like perfect for the fall and winter. Really any kind of season. I would wear this in the summertime. I think it still smells really good in the summer, but like a summer night. More than anything, this is just like a spicy, sweet, coffee-based, but predominantly sweet vanilla kind of fragrance, and it's just so sexy. Then a perfume that I couldn't not include for this video is Versace Crystal Noir. This perfume is made for the fall and winter, and this is for the people out there that are not super into like those kinds of overly sweet smells. Even if you do love sweet scents, you're still gonna like fall in love with this smell. If you don't like sweet scents, this is the scent for you in the fall and winter. It's such a good mixture of like being fresh, but also has such a sexy element to it. It's like a warm, spicy, has coconut in it, which I know scares a lot of people because a lot of people that don't like sweet scents normally don't like coconut because coconut can just be too much. And I feel like whenever people hear coconut, you think of that like sunscreeny kind of beachy kind of smell, which I know that a lot of people don't like, but I promise you this, you can't even detect the coconut in it, and if you do, it is such a good kind of coconut. And whenever I smell this, it's more just like fresh than anything. It almost smells like a little bit of like a cologne. Most fragrances that have that kind of fresh vibe always lean a little bit on like the masculine side, but that's not to say that it's not sexy, because I feel like because of that element, that's what makes this so just sexy and so like alluring. So this has top notes of ginger, cardamom, and pepper, has middle notes of orange blossom, peony, gardenia, and coconut, and then you have base notes of sandalwood, musk, and amber. I recommend this for anybody, whether you like sweet or not. I think you would love this fragrance. Okay, so the next perfume I'm going to include in this is for those of you that are not too into perfume and you're not into that super kind of strong smell on you. You want something more light, you know, you still want to smell good, but you don't want to be like overly surrounded in like fragrance, and you don't want to like smell it all day. I think this is just perfect. I think this is perfect for every day, not just fall and winter. I know that this is a very old fragrance, and that is Stella McCartney's Pop. So let me tell you like the weirdest thing in the world that you're probably gonna be like, okay, so I definitely don't want to get that, because why would you explain it in that way? But this reminds me of like paint drying. I know that that is so weird, and you're just like, why would I want to smell like paint that's drying. Like, who wants to smell like that? For some reason, I am like one of those weird people where I love the smell of like gasoline, the smell of like paint drying, the smell of spray paint, you know, all the things that you should not be inhaling, and that all of the things that if you do inhale give you like cancer. When you're at the gas station and you're like pumping gas, the smell of gasoline, ooh. I'm not saying that this smells like paint, because nobody wants to smell like paint. I'll give you another comparison. So I watch Kathleen Lights here on YouTube, and she described this fragrance as smelling like Barbie dolls. Growing up, I loved Barbie dolls. I had a collection of Barbie dolls. I would sew little dresses and little things. I would go and buy fabrics and just cut out little t-shirts and jeans and little headbands. I was Barbie obsessed. So I really wanted to see if this actually smelled like Barbies, and oh my, it does. It smells like the skin of like Barbies, that kind of like plasticky sweet smell. I don't even know how to explain it, but she hit the nail. What's that expression? Hit the nail on the dot? Hit the dot on the nail? I don't know. Let me actually get into the notes so you know a little bit of what is actually in here. Top notes of this is tomato leaf. When I first saw that, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna like this because I absolutely hate, I despise tomatoes. But this smells so good. It smells so fresh. It has violet leaf, green mandarin. It has middle notes of violet, tuberose, and frangipani. And then it has base notes of sandalwood, cedar, and musk. You spray this on and you just smell so good. And you'll smell good to everybody. You'll smell good to people that hate perfumes. You'll smell good to people that love perfumes. It's such a crowd-pleasing perfume that is not like nauseating. It's not offensive. It's not like you're gonna spray this and you're gonna walk in the room and just like fill it up with perfume. If anybody comes close to you, if anybody comes and hugs you, they'll be able to smell it and they'll be like, ooh, what is that? That smells bomb. You're not also gonna offend anybody. On the performance chart, I would say it's like here. Because it's like very discreet, it's not gonna last that long. So I mean, that could be a good thing if you hate fragrances. It's very light, but I am able to smell this on my clothes throughout the entire day. I just really have to be like, okay, so next up, I wanted to bring up another perfume that is very affordable that anybody could get. Honestly beats even some of my most expensive perfumes. Not only with smell, but with performance, with everything. So good. And that is Rihanna's Reb'l? Rihanna's Reb'l Fleur. If you're going on a date, wear this perfume. Wear this perfume. I promise you, your man is going to be all over you. If you're going out, to dinner, if you're having a little date night, if you are trying to find a man, wear this perfume. This is not the everyday kind of fragrance, okay? If you want to smell delicious, not only for other people, but just because you want to smell delicious, wear this perfume. This is probably, out of all of the perfumes that I showed, this is the sexiest perfume ever. It is so sexy. So this has top notes of peach, it has plum, red berries, and then you have middle notes of tuberose, violet, coconut, and hibiscus, and then you have base notes of musk, patchouli, amber, and vanilla. So again, you have that patchouli in here, which means that performance on this is going to be out of this world, and it really is. It is so long lasting for what you're paying for. On the scale, this is like past excellent. It is so long lasting. You will be able to smell this from the point you put it on to the next day. It's not the softest fragrance, you know, it's not this guy for sure. This is very discreet. This is very like boom in your face, like I'm trying to make you smell like my perfume. This perfume honestly has everything. It has delicious smell, it has amazing performance, it has everything. And it's Rihanna, so you know it's gonna be good. The next fragrance that, I mean, if I was gonna talk about fall and winter, there was no way I was not going to include this, because this is fall and winter in a bottle. I'm very lenient with perfumes as far as when I wear them. Like, I don't really care what season it is. If I'm feeling in the mood to wear a certain fragrance, I will wear it and not care whether it's like too sweet or whatever. I have only 2 fragrances in my collection that I have like reserved for certain seasons, and this is one of them. This fragrance can only be worn in the fall and winter. This perfume is compared to Baccarat Rouge 540, which is like a $300 and something perfume. It's crazy expensive, and this perfume is a fraction of the price. It's Ariana Grande's Cloud, if I haven't already mentioned that. But this perfume is such a like cold, cozy kind of smell. This is the perfect fragrance for like a cute movie night where you're just chilling at home, cuddled up, watching Halloween Town or some cute little Halloween movie. This is a very like sweet smell, but it's sweet in like such a cozy kind of way. As soon as I smell this, I just imagine it to be like snowing outside, even though right now I'm like looking out and it's like 200 degrees outside. So the top notes is bergamot, pear, and then lavender, and then you have middle notes of coconut, whipped cream, praline, and vanilla orchid, and then you have base notes of woody notes and musk. It's unexplainable. It is so unique. It's a smell that you have never smelled before. It just smells good. It's crowd pleasing overall. This is the perfume that you wear around Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas morning, you know, that kind of smell. Okay, so the next fragrance I wanted to include here is for some of you that are more mature. If you work in like an office setting, this is the perfect perfume, and that is Burberry Brit. And I had to include this because this for the fall and winter is so good. It smells so good. It's such a sophisticated businesswoman kind of scent. I did a video called what perfumes I would pair for each of the zodiac signs. If you want to see that, I will put it up here. But basically in that video, I told you guys that the zodiac sign that I would pair this to is Sagittarius. Okay, she's good. We're good. It's a very kind of like modern scent. It's super fresh, but it's also sweet. The top notes of this is lime, almond, and pear. And then you have middle notes of peony, sugar, and candied almond, and then you have base notes of mahogany, amber, and tonka bean, and vanilla. It's almost like it has like a sour element to it. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's a little bit sour in like the best way possible. If you work in an office setting, if you're more of like a businesswoman, you know, kind of thing, this is so perfect. You could wear this at any occasion, really all year round, but I think this is so good for the fall and winter as well because it's a little bit sweet, so it's like kind of warm and just kind of candy-like. Okay, so the very last perfume I had to put this. This is probably like one of my all-time favorite perfumes, and there was no way I was not going to include this. I have to include this for every season, all year round, any occasion, and that is Thierry Mugler's Alien. I know that a lot of people have their thoughts about this and a lot of people don't like this. I know many people that I spray this and they're like, you smell like cat pee. I promise you, this is one of the sexiest perfumes that you have ever smelled. If you smell this on a woman, you're gonna be like, wow, okay, she has it all together. She has a Ferrari parked outside. It reminds me of Europe because I have so many memories of me wearing this in Greece and my cousins wearing this. So every time I spray it, it always reminds me of just such a good time. I have really good memories attached to this perfume. It is so dark, it's mysterious.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before.
This perfume cannot be recreated by anybody. There's 3 notes. The top note is just jasmine. The middle note is just woodsy notes. And the base note is amber. And that is all that is in this perfume. That's so crazy to me because when I smell this, I smell so many different things. And then you look at the notes and it just makes no sense. It is like a captivating perfume. It's definitely strong. She's strong. It's something that you just have to smell because I could describe this in so many ways and you will just never be able to imagine. That is always my go-to perfume. I spray it for any occasion, summer, winter, whatever. I hauled this fragrance a while ago in my perfume haul. I kept saying lavender for the note instead of jasmine, and I don't know why. I don't know where my brain was that day. I just kept saying lavender, and you guys made sure to tell me in the comments. I promise you I meant jasmine. So that is it for this perfume video. I hope you guys enjoyed all of my recommendations. Let me know if you like any of these fragrances, if you've tried any of these, if these are like your go-tos. Let me know any other fragrance videos you want me to do or just any other videos you want me to do. Please like this video if you liked it, and please, please, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!